wrestling fans? Welcome to the edition of Tag Team. I'm your host, Mr. Scorpio, alongside the invincible E. Vincent.
Hey!
Against all odds, just the second pay-per-view here of TNA of the year 2012. Following the heels of Genesis, this was an improvement, in my opinion here, E, of Genesis, giving this one a firm 8.5.
Yeah, I think this was a step up, definitely, from Genesis. Although a lot of people got damaged in this
Damaged
pay-per-view.
goods!
Yeah, people got hurt up this time. But yeah, definitely an improvement on Genesis.
All right, let's get started here with the beginning of the card, which was the #1 contendership match for the X Division. This was a match between Zema Ion and Jesse Sorensen. This is where the guys begin to fall. This match ends when Zema Ion wins by countout, but not in the way normally it happens. This match ends really with an injury. Zema Ion tries to do the moonsault from the second rope to the outside. It was Jesse Sorensen just basically gets a knee to the top of the head.
Yeah, knee to the gourd. It looked like he put up his arms to block like they're supposed to do, but he still got caught with a knee. Went down like a sack of potatoes, and immediately the refs came over. They had to bring out the EMTs, and they had to cart him away. So of course by count out, Zema Ion basically got the win for this one. In my opinion, I think they were probably planning to push Jesse Sorensen some more, but obviously they can't do that now.
Well, Zema Ion did show a lot of the stuff he has. He's got the mouth.
Yeah.
He's got the mic skills. He's got the
stealing footballs from small children.
Yeah, he's got the evil type of old school heel he's playing here, and it's working for him.
Yeah. I think this definitely was sort of an expansion on what he can do in terms of letting everybody see what his character is supposed to be. But don't think it was supposed to quite go like that. And as the show progressed, they talked about Jesse Sorensen. They took him to the hospital, and it looks like he has a legitimate neck injury. So.
Yeah, we had Karen Jarrett tweeting. Well, by the way, Jeff Jarrett was watching the Grammys. Karen Jarrett was actually watching wrestling, tweeting the fact, please, let's pray here for Jesse Sorensen, and retweet this if you can. Caesar Scorpio did retweet it. The Caesar Scorpio. If you're not following, what's your problem? Anyway, it was funny to see Zema Ion actually grab that kid, as you were mentioning here. Yeah. Jesse Sorensen gave him a football, and then he decides to say, give me that football for this hairspray. Yeah. Then he says, your father's not your real father.
Yeah. Healing it up, man. You can't take away anything from a guy who goes out and tries to sell it like that. Zema Ion's legitimate. We'll see what happens going forward, but unfortunately it had to happen like this. So.
All right. Second one was actually the match between... Again, this was a filler because of how short that other match was.
Yeah.
So this was Robbie E with Rob Terry filling time here against Shannon Moore. I mean, this was a good match.
This was
what a filler.
Yeah. For what seemed to be something that they had waiting just in case something bad happened. Robbie E coming out, giving the public challenge to anybody in the backstage area who wanted to come after his television title. And Rob Terry having the list, carrying the clipboard with him. The whole setup, it turned out to be a legitimate match, even though it did seem to be tacked on.
Now, you were mentioning something really interesting here during this, that it was great to see Rob Terry actually come and have an identity when we have an issue here with the WWE, a particular wrestler that pretty much is unknown.
Yeah. Mason Ryan and Rob Terry both came from the being a big, large dude arena. They were both professional bodybuilders, I believe, before this.
Right.
And both came in. It looked at one point as though they were having some trouble trying to find exactly where Rob Terry was supposed to fit in, and it seems like they've legitimately found a good place for him. This pairing with Robbie E seems to be working.
Yeah, being the bodyguard, playing the bodyguard. Again, Mason Ryan was kind of that identity here with the WWE, with Wade Barrett, the Nexus thing going on. But
after they dispersed,
he turned face, and that was the end of that. So.
Yeah, he turned face, and then they basically just...
It's good to see Rob Terry here in this role. He's learning a little bit more here on how to handle not being in the ring, but having the mic in his hand, speaking in front of crowds, taking the crowd and having them participate in the actions, which is a big part of being one of these wrestlers here.
Exactly.
All right. This match ends again when Rob Terry partakes in punching Mr. Moore here in the face, which gives Robbie E the win here by roll-up. So again, it wasn't a title change of the television championship. This was basically a filler because Jesse Sorensen had his cranium cracked here by Zema Ion's knee. So,
yeah.
Again, more information here as it trickles in on UnifiedWrestling.com. After that, we had the third match of the night. We had Tara versus Gail Kim. Now, this was epic. We had here Tara, one of the best female wrestlers in the business today, versus Gail Kim, the TNA champion. Speaks for itself.
Yeah.
This match ends when apparently does appear to be a legitimate injury to the already damaged knee of Tara.
Yeah. Tara went to do a moonsault off the top rope. She landed the moonsault okay, but it looked like she banged up her knee, and her reaction, it looked like a real reaction. She immediately went to take the brace off, then went to continue through the match. It looked like she was strongly favoring that knee as the match progressed and ended just a few moments after that.
True professional. She goes in for the pin. Of course, Gail Kim kicks out of the pin because Gail Kim's supposed to win this match.
Right.
But then here comes Gail Kim doing the knee breaker and then doing the eat defeat. I mean, the only way to make this legitimate match is by ending it quickly. And Gail Kim, being the true professional, did the perfect knee breaker here to not put too much pressure here on that knee of Tara. And then going for that eat defeat, which, again, Tara just did it perfectly.
Yeah.
It was a true professional. If you love to watch true wrestling, these two knockouts did it perfectly in a situation where someone needed to step up due to a real injury.
Yeah.
We had both of these wrestlers do a great job. This says, I mean, I can't say enough about these two knockouts.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're both super pros.
So again,
no question.
Gail Kim keeps this championship, which was already expected, but Tara, unfortunate with that knee injury. Hopefully we get more information here as that comes in. Also going to be on UnifiedWrestling.com, and don't expect more information on that also on Impact. Now, fourth match of the night, we had Samoa Joe and Magnus versus Matt Morgan and the undefeated Crimson. This was very over here from the explosion that was going on here in over the pond here, London, and this kind of left off here where it started. We had back and forth. It looked a lot of the favor was going here to the faces.
Between Matt Morgan and Crimson. This match was done well between Joe and Magnus coming in. They brought a whole lot to this match. The mix of those two just working together has been awesome. Now, it looked like at the beginning it looked as though it was going to be the same old thing. Matt Morgan and Crimson walking away with it, but no. Joe and Magnus were able to take the titles, and it's about time.
It is. If you've been watching here the TNA review. My show, you know that this tag team is legitimately one of the best tag teams, one of my favorite tag teams, and it was great to see London give them a real big push. That carrying over here back to the Impact Zone was a lot of the same. The fans were pushing this tag team, liking this Magnus Samoa Joe mix, and TNA's, they're listening to the fans. There you go. New tag team champions.
Yeah.
It was, again, technically not defeated Crimson.
Yeah,
did not get pinned.
Because Matt Morgan was the one who absorbed the pin, so the guy whose gimmick is not ever losing somehow gets to go forward.
Still undefeated Crimson!
Even though he's lost his championship. Not sure how that exactly works.
Anyway, that was, again, interesting match here. Now, in between matches, there was somebody really blasting my lady, Christy Hemme, and that was Bully Ray. Bully Ray decides to call her a feeble woman. And that was the nice words he was using when talking about my lady Christy Hemme.
Yeah, he was talking about how even though she would call him at 2 a.m. in the morning and he was telling her no, and even though she walked in dressed all sleazy, she still wasn't going to get any attention from him.
She's still ugly.
Exactly.
Man!
Bully Ray is hard. Bully Ray is hard on her.
I know you're into ladies like, ODB, Jackie, but, I mean, come on. There's a lady for everybody. Come on. Don't be bagging on somebody else's,
Bully Ray.
Oh, Bully Ray. Anyway, that was the beginning. That was just the beginning of Bully Ray's assault here on my lady Christy Hemme. Because after this, we had the match number 5, Austin Aries versus
Alex Shelley.
Alex Shelley. Thank you very much for that. Alex Shelley and Austin Aries produced an epic match here.
Yes.
The crowd was yelling, "This is awesome!"
And it definitely was. Yeah. The X Division, if they don't get any respect by now, obviously, I mean, these are two of the best wrestlers. This was, other than the actual championship match tonight, this was like the best match of the night. It went back and forth. Both wrestlers sold out multiple times.
2 brain busters, a sliced bread, and we still didn't have a winner. That's how good it was. Guys going back and forth. Guys are going off the top rope to the outside. I mean, you have Alex Shelley, okay? One of I mean, Nick Saban gets a lot of, Chris Saban gets a lot of his publicity here. But we have also Austin Aries, legitimately my favorite TNA superstar. Yeah, there you go. My favorite.
He's good. He's undeniable.
The guy is sick. And if these two guys mix together, I expect this to go on and on and on. These guys, man.
They have to have more matches.
They have to. This was. You can't let this end like this. They need to have a rematch, and then another one, and then another one.
They will. If they got any brains in their head, they're going to do it.
Yeah, best out of 7.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway.
There you go.
Anyway, this match ends again when we have Austin Aries hitting the move here, brainbuster here on my boy here, Alex Shelley, which gets the W. Again, man, what a match. It could have gone either way. I wouldn't have been mad here if Alex Shelley ended up winning this championship, but not this time.
Not just yet.
Again.
We got to get at least a couple more matches.
As he said, not just yet. We'll see what happens here after that. Following that, we had match number 6. This was Kazarian with Christopher Daniels versus AJ Styles, the Phenomenal, for good reason, because he proved that again today. We had the result being Kazarian winning after, again, pile driver here, fake to black. A reverse pile driver, but again, Christopher Daniels did have something to play on this match, but man, what a match too.
Yeah, no, this match went back and forth. Again, towards the beginning, it looked like basically Kazarian was just getting run over by AJ Styles, but at one point or another, looking for Christopher Daniels to get involved. AJ Styles made that happen towards the end when it looked like, as AJ was standing on outside on the apron, looked like he was getting ready to vault back into the ring towards Kazarian. Nope. Vaults backwards. Flips over, nails Christopher Daniels.
No-look moonsault on top of Christopher Daniels. And Christopher Daniels, of course, caught him, professional. Christopher Daniels is legit. But, man, what a move.
The Miz, take notice. That's how you do that.
What a move. Thank you. What a move here by the phenomenal AJ Styles. Once he does that, gets back into the ring. But, again, it's not enough. Kazarian does get him in fade to black. Gets the W. And, of course, Christopher Daniels is going to take all credit for that victory.
Yeah.
I beat you again!
I showed him how to do that.
With no screwdrivers! Yeah! Anyway, that's how that match ends. After that, we had match number 7. A match that I thought would have been better the beginning of the card with all these epic matches we had, but it was there later.
Hard act to follow after those.
Tough. So, it was Gunner with Eric Bischoff versus Garrett Bischoff with Hulk Hogan. Now, this match ends when it really looked like it may have been either too much for Garrett to handle, or it was a legitimate neck injury that he was suffering, because this match ends quickly with a DDT by by Gunner after Garrett's been milking the neck injury, and Hogan was threatening to throw in the towel.
Hulk Hogan, towards the beginning of the match, Gunner started working on, and the announcers mentioned that Gunner seemed to be concentrating on the neck. Garrett was cradling the neck injury. They had given Hulk Hogan a towel to throw in as the match went on. Hulk Hogan got up on the ramp like he was going to throw it in, but Garrett waved him off like Apollo Creed, and Gunner... One more round. And Gunner got him with a DDT, and that was it.
Then he died like Apollo Creed.
Pretty much.
And that was the end of that. So now he's got the neck thing going on again. Expect to see him out of action for quite a little while here. Garrett Bischoff was elated. He was all hugging on Gunner. Thank you!
Thank you for feeding my child.
Yeah!
So awesome.
Wow. I mean, I think the reason why they held this card later was because, of course, Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan being the guy that most people go to see. But even though TNA is bigger than right now Hulk Hogan, in my opinion, TNA has got this huge roster of superstars that deserve all this credit. If you're going to show Hulk Hogan, show him at the beginning. No harm in that, because the wrestling speaks for itself.
Exactly. And the younger guys need to get more shine right now, so, the older cats can sort of take a backseat and just Start working from the back office. That's what you're there for anyway.
There you go. Take a page out of Triple H's book, even though Triple H might be a criminal matter. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, match number 8 was the main event here. Sting enters as the enforcer. Yeah, great job, Sting.
Yeah.
And it's Buddy Ray versus James Storm versus Jeff Hardy versus Bobby Roode. And what ends up being I think, we'll say, safe to say, the best match of the night here.
Pretty much, yeah.
We had this match, it was interesting because, again, here comes Bully Ray taking the mic out of my lady Christy Hemi's hands and saying he wants to announce himself from Hell's Kitchen, weighing in at 275.
Except the tail of the tape, like 1 minute ago, said he was at 326, but hey.
Treadmill, Bully Ray.
Yeah.
Treadmill, and then you will be at that 275. Anyway, this match is good. Back and forth they go.
Yeah.
Wow, move after move. Jeff Hardy does what Jeff Hardy does.
Yeah, and, alliances form and dissolve all through this match. At one point it looked like there was almost a return of beer money.
Tell what happened. All right, here it comes. Here we got James Storm, Bobby Roode. Here comes Bully Ray coming at him. They both do a double suplex. Boom! And here comes Bully Ray rolls out of the ring. They look at each other.
Yeah.
And here comes James Storm smiling. And
the crowd is feeling it.
Oh, say it. Beer!
Nothing happened.
Ah, that's whack. So nothing did happen except a
Bobby Roode.
punch to the face.
Exactly. Bobby Roode dropped.
Man, Bobby Roode, you're killing me.
Yeah. This was awesome, and it did exactly what it was supposed to do. It got the crowd into it, and took them on the emotional roller coaster. Perfect.
Hurt me right here.
Well done.
Anyway, this match ends very interesting here. Bobby Roode pokes at Sting once the referee gets injured. Saying, "Here's the belt. Hit me with it. Hit me with it. You're not man enough. Give it to me right there. Right there, Sting."
Spits directly into his face.
Give it to me right. And as he's about to swing the belt at him, he hits Jeff Hardy in the face.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy goes out.
He's out.
Here comes Bobby Roode to get the pin, and then he tells Sting, "Count. Son of a count."
Exactly.
And he counts 1. Get up!
Get up!
Get up! 2. Get up!
Come on!
3. That's it. And that's your winner here. We got Bobby Roode
to retain.
Bobby Roode is still the champion. Bobby Roode showing some good good corners here in the ring with that face. I mean,
playing this character.
He's great.
Yes. You can't take anything away from what he's been doing with the Bobby Roode character. Who knew he had all this? Like 5 months ago. Who knew? Excellent. Well done. Well done, and well done by TNA. Great pay-per-view, filling in for some of these key injuries that were happening during this pay-per-view. Wow. Interesting to see. Again, be sure to check E's review tomorrow, Monday Night Raw. Yes.
Live coverage here by this man right here, and also his show following that show. And again, mine, TNA review, Thursday nights following Impact. Love to follow you here or to comment back to you guys on Twitter. The Caesar Scorpio. What's your Twitter, E?
I have no idea.
Yeah, Invincible E. Invincible E. Man, didn't even know his own Twitter. All right. From myself, Caesar Scorpio. Invincible E Vincent.
Anti-social network.
Thank you very much for watching. See you guys next week.
Take care.